As you know, we have been talking about the benefits of being part of God's family and the importance of having a church family. The Lord has been working in my life, and He wants me to share my testimony with you this morning. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, baptized as a baby, and raised in a Catholic home. My mother was a very active member of the church, and her involvement helped me understand early on the meaning of having a church family. For many years, I participated in many of the youth programs at church, attended every summer camp, and believe it or not, I used to play in the church band. Who knew that God was preparing me for bigger things in life? I left home at 17 to join the Navy, and distracted by temptation, slowly started to disobey my calling and stop attending church. It was unknown to me at the time, but without the support of a church family, soon life became very hard and I felt empty. In 1994, I moved to Pensacola, Florida, where I met my wife, Shereen. At my new job, there was a young man named Steve, which always read the Bible, talked about God, and about the amazing church family that he had. Many times I avoided him, or I got angry and asked him to change the conversation, but that didn't stop Steve from praising the Lord. I was too distracted with the outside world to realize it, but God was using him to bring me back to the church. Soon after I started dating Sheree, she wanted to find a Baptist church we can attend. So after many months of finding excuses not to attend church with Steve, I came to work one day and agreed to go on Sunday. The experience was overwhelming. The people at the church received us with open arms and made us feel very welcome. God was happy to have me in His church. And through the members in the church family, He showed me His awesome love. Within months, I was saved, accepting Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior, and I was baptized. My life had a meaning again. We got married in 1995, became part of the church family, and let me tell you, they were there to support us as newlyweds and through 3 pregnancies in 3 years. During our time there, we grew in church, received many blessings, and experienced God's work in all these people's lives. We moved to Virginia in 1997, and things started to get rough in my life again. I was spending more and more time at work, less time at home, and Sheree was really busy with the young kids. We stopped going to church as a family, or didn't go to church at all, and the struggles continued over the years. We never became part of a church family again. All of that changed when we arrived to Hawaii in 2005. My family visited Makakilo Baptist Church without me because I was on deployment, and their experience was such that they could not wait for me to return home to bring me to the church with them. My first time here, I felt welcome, and everybody knew my name. Because of the problems in my life, I didn't take advantage of the wonderful family ministry here at Makakilo, and the problems even kept me from playing in the band. When I left on deployment in January of this year, my third one in 4 years, something was different about it. For a long time, I have been struggling to stay away from temptation and to stay on the path that God has set for me. Things continued to go wrong in my life and on the ship. And not too long after we left, I found myself feeling alone even when surrounded by people and with no one to turn to for help. Every day I felt more ill, tired, uneasy, worried, and with no control over my life. Then one afternoon, exhausted and out of breath, realizing that it was too much for me to handle, I got on my knees and I asked God for help. To understand how God has changed my life, let me share a couple things with you. Up to that point, I was not a prayer person. I never picked up a book to read it, never attended a book study, and because of my A-type personality, very few times did I ask anyone for any help. Well, as you can imagine, God has changed all of that. A few days after asking God for help, there was a book study being formed on the ship, and for no reason at all, I volunteered to attend. On that Monday, I was given a copy of a book titled Faith by A.C. Pink. I was to read the first chapter and be ready to discuss it on Sunday after church service. I didn't read the book for several days. Imagine that. Then one night, not able to sleep, I picked the book and started reading it. The book is very simple, but delivers an important message. To have faith is to believe in something without material or testable proof. That is something really hard to do if you like to be in control. It was during the book study that I realized that God wanted me to stop trying to control my life and to have faith on Him. After every session, we had a time for prayer, and I started attending church services on Sundays. This was no coincidence. God was showing me the power of a prayer, and it was introducing me to my brothers and sisters in faith. On one of the Sundays, our senior enlisted was delivering the message and God spoke to me. I was told that for Him to help me deal with the things in my life, first I had to fix my relationship with Him. I didn't understand the message at first, but it's very clear to me now. In Ephesians chapter 1, verse 5, it tells us that God decided in advance to adopt us into His own family by bringing us to Himself through Jesus Christ. This is what He wanted to do, and it gave Him great pleasure. You see, through the book, He gave me the meaning of faith so I can believe on Him again and give Him control of my life. Once I started attending church, He showed me that in faith we have brothers and sisters and that we don't have to feel alone. But He saved the best for last. When I got back from deployment, He introduced me to the benefits of being part of Makakilo's church family. It feels good to have God working in my life again. Being part of God's family, I have been given some astounding gifts. The family name, the family likeness, family privileges, family intimate access, and the family inheritance. The New Testament gives great emphasis to our rich inheritance. What benefits do we inherit? As children in God's family, we're given the riches of His grace, kindness, patience, glory, wisdom, power, and mercy. What an inheritance. I am far richer today than I realized. Our God is an awesome God. I learned that our spiritual family is even more important than our own physical family because it will last forever. To all of you, my brothers and sisters, thank you very much for all the support you have given me and my family over the years. God bless you.